Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Spin Master 4D build Star Wars T-65 X-Wing Starfighter cardstock model kit. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, it's upside down, so we'll flip it around. 4D build Star Wars, and there's a picture of the model, whether it's a picture or an actual picture or 3D render, I don't know. And that goes for most of the stuff on this box. 4D build, detailed models, easy to assemble, designed for display. And there's a nice product shot of it. And again, I don't know if it's an actual shot or if it's a render. And it's probably a render. But then here we have, this is how big it is compared to maybe you. But it's 15 inches by 13.6 inches by 10.3 inches. 160 pieces. It's from Spin Master. T-65 X-Wing Starfighter cardstock model kit Star Wars 12 and up. On the bottom, boop, spinmaster.com, some symbols I'm not going to learn, and content may vary from pictures. On this side, 4D build T-65 X-Wing Starfighter cardstock model kit Star Wars, and then there's a picture again, or digital render, and same stuff on this side. However, we also have item numbers and barcodes, and a game. Same, I don't know. And then finally, we're moving around to the back. 4D build T-65 X-Wing Starfighter cardstock model kit Star Wars, 160 pieces. No tools necessary. Not 100% true. You do need a pointy pair of tweezers. 15, well, there's the measurements again. We already covered that. There's what the card sheets look like before you punch them out. Design, durability, and detail. And there's some pictures doing that, and display. And there's some small fine legalese made China print. Spin Master, Disney, contents, 6 cardstock sheets, glue, and instructions. I tried to combine contents and cardstock sheets, and I don't know why I did that. But there you have it, my friends. A look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the model right there and the, extra stuff. I don't want to say accessories. So here's the Star Wars white glue. Comes with it, and there's, might be some pieces you'll need to glue, but I didn't glue any, and this stays together. It doesn't stick together. It stays together pretty well. Here's the instruction manual. There's, I'm guessing, a digital render. Same picture from the box. In fact, same information there from the box that we already looked at. And then the instructions on the inside. Pretty easy to follow. And we also have the card that you punch it all out of, or one of the cards. And it does fold in half. And here is the stand that you do also have to put together. It's a little bit hollow under the bottom here. All kinds of tabs on the bottom, but let's see. Yeah, this one's a little wobbly. So you might mess around, adjust some of the tabs or something to level it out if you need to, but and it does say Star Wars T-65 X-Wing Starfighter on it. So You know, all the stands are labeled as to what goes on them, so there's no mistaking putting the wrong piece on the stand. Now let's take a look at the model itself. And I have to say, overall, it looks really good. It's very solidly built. The only piece of it that looks kind of out of place is the R2-D2 on it, and it is R2-D2 because you can see the 5 red stripes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, signifying that this is Red 5 or Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. And you know, I have to say the printing on it is pretty darn good, and it looks well when you put it together. There's a few pieces that kind of don't want to stay 100% in place, but they're not popping off either. And even got some detail going on the undersides of the wings. Got some carbon scoring there. Nice job on the lasers, even though they're kind of just, you know, they're flat. From the side they look pretty good. From the front they look okay. And you know, it's got all the colorings and stuff. And I would have to say, if I had to compare this to something, it's probably about the same size. It might not be quite, the body might not quite be as thick as the Kenner and or the Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, but I think they're pretty much on par size wise, so there is that. So, but anyway, overall I think this is a really nice piece. It's solidly put together. And you know, that's a look at the model kit and the accessories, or you know, extra stuff, bits and bobs and things. For final ramblings on the Spin Master 4D build Star Wars T-65 X-Wing Starfighter cardstock model kit, I have to say, I think this one was pretty fun to put together. Now, there were some parts of it that were kind of repetitive, and that's the 4 wings, because you had to do pretty much the same thing 4 times, almost exactly the same. So, you know, I got a little bogged down in it there. But at the end of the day, I think it was worth it. It's a really good looking cardboard model kit once you get it all together. The only exception being the R2 unit with R2-D2. You know, it does throw it off just a little bit. Okay, a lot. It's not great looking R2-D2. But when you're talking about round cardboard pieces, you know, it's... when you start out flat and then you got to make something kind of rounded, you know, it's not always going to work out good. And this is the case where it really didn't work out good for the R2-D2. But other than that, I think it looks really good. I think it's a good size for a model kit. Now, as far as can you really do anything else with it than display it? Probably not. I wouldn't even say that it's good to like hang up for a display. It's just not that. I mean, it's sturdy, but it's not hang it up sturdy or play with it sturdy. It's not that sturdy. So there is that. Now I will say, you know, even though I said it's a nice size, it does take up a considerable amount of shelf space, especially when you're trying to put it next to 5 other model kits. So it does take up a lot of shelf space. So got to figure out how I'm gonna display these, because I really don't know yet, or if I'm gonna display them, or if I'm gonna box them up, or you know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but excuse me. It does look really nice. I think it's probably one of the better kits that I've put together. I've put together 6 of these kits, 3 from Spin Master, and 3 from 4D Cityscape. And I do think that I like the Spin Master 4D builds better than the 4D Cityscape 4D model kit or 4D puzzles. So there is that. I didn't really pay a lot for this. I got it at Ollie's, and in fact, I think this one was like extra off when I bought it too. So it was, you know, it wasn't much at all. Maybe like $3 or something. So not a ton spent on it. And you know, for an afternoon's diversion, and you could even split this up into a couple of days if you wanted to spend that much time on it. But again, you know, all these 4D model kits, it's a nice diversion, and you know, you get a pretty nice looking little display model when you get done. And I say, you know, display model, like what do you do with most models? Well, you know, you display them. But you know, plastic kits, at least you can, you know, you can hang those up. There's different ways that you can use a plastic model kit, and they're usually a bit more sturdy than cardboard ones. But that's my experience. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.